episode of an event. So thank you so much for joining. So we have a very nice speaker with us, Hamza. Hamza will be talking about the future of AI and the game creation. So I think we already did a little bit. So let's not waste the time and welcome Hamza. Hey Hamza,
Hey, hello.
good. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you?
Great. Thank you so much for joining. I would like if you introduce yourself a little bit and then we can move forward.
My name is Hamza and I'm a game producer working at Narsen. I have been in gaming field for the past four years, and we have been developing UGC content for the past 2 years.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Hamza, for joining. Okay, so the for our session, let's just start with some simple questions and then deep down some difficult ones. Okay, so are you creating 3D games or more for 2D games?
We do create both type of games. We work on 3D as well as platformers and 2D games. Uh, but we usually work on the 3D games because those are more in trend. If we talk about mobile market, uh, it's mostly 2D games. But when we talk about the PC or console gaming, it's more like 3D games.
Okay, so what's your main interest? Are you more of like a PC person or game person, mobile person?
I'm more of a PC person, and I'm like the 3D games.
Okay, perfect. Mm, I am more of a mobile person. Personally, I don't even like games at all, but that much because that was pretty difficult for me to understand the PC games. So yeah, I think phone are more handy for me. Okay. Uh, so what's what are the biggest challenges when you guys face when you are creating a fully AI generated games or the games that have human like characters that people can change or render and that sort of things because I think now we are you can also buy some product buy some characters and all and people are actually spending money on the games a lot. I don't know that before coming to that industry.
Yeah, people do have a certain craze for the skins. When we talk about the buying characters and buying that stuff, it's called skins in the game, and it's usually just a cosmetic upgrade. For like, let's say you have an AK-47 in the game, and you can buy the skins for it. It will just look cool. It will not have any performance or maybe uh, any other changes in the game. It might not increase your skills, not increase the damage or anything. It will just have a visual effect. Uh, so when we are creating games, we certainly face the challenge of meeting the deadlines. That is one big thing. AI does help a lot with meeting those deadlines because let's suppose we have to create an environment in the game, and there are like let's suppose 25 background 3D assets that we have to create. So we are currently using an AI tool to create those background assets quickly rather than our modeler wasting around like 15 days to just create those 25 assets. We just use that AI to create all those assets within one day. So yeah, it does help a lot with meeting the deadlines, I would say.
Okay, perfect. So actually are like liking the things like creating stuff they wanted to create changes in their games in the real time. So like they want to change it by their choices or whatever they want, like some sort of text to video creations. Or how do you compare that? Are they easy or are they difficult or to the traditional game flow? Because when you are building a game or something you are following a traditional flow, right? When how AI driven solutions change it, like how much it affects your development process and the flow of those things? Are you still need to change stuff after adding those things, or it is completely okay after creating with AI?
Currently, with the current version of the AIs that we have, we do require some changes after the AI creates it. But it really covers up the work. Like, let's say, where we had to create an asset, it took like 5 days, but with the AI, it we can um, get that model generated from the AI within 1 day, and also the changes are not so much. It's just basic topology changes, or maybe it will be having some texture issues or some minor issues, you can say. And our 3D modeler don't have to create it from the scratch. He can just make the changes over the asset, and it is good to go.
Okay, perfect. So if it means if a non gamer developer starts creating, that is not that much difficult now to like build all the things from scratch. That definitely changes a lot. A different way to create little stuff. Like you don't need to create every single assets now, right?
Yeah, it's mostly helpful with the background assets, you can say, the ones that are not to be focused by the player that much. So anything that is environmental asset that is going to be in the background, you can easily use AI to make those, because the player is not going to um, you can say focus on those assets. It can have some topology issues, it can have some texture issues, but the player will never ever like have a focus on it. Other than that, uh, yes, many platforms such as Roblox, Fortnite, and Minecraft, even I have heard about the GTA 6 leaks, so we might be getting an editor for that as well. So many platforms are actually inviting gamers to become the game devs and create their own version of the games on those platforms. So they are already having some softwares such as Roblox Studios or UEFN to create like mini mods in the game. This ensures that the players keep the ecosystem alive. So for you can say that Roblox doesn't have to create the game anymore. It's the players that create the game and keeps the platform alive.
Okay, perfect. So I think some platforms completely regulated and changing a lot of stuff and making things. So doesn't it hurts or in danger of your jobs?
No, it's actually it's actually my job to create these as well. So yeah, the competition has been tough, I would say, but to be honest, it's you can say it's more about the community. So let's say a player has a good idea of how the game should be, of the how the game should feel, so they can just step up, create their own version of the game, and people will be playing that. And yes, Epic, I mean the Fortnite, UEFN, and the Roblox also pays you when you create the game on their platform. So it's a win-win situation, you can say. The community gets better quality games, and the companies are forced to make better quality games. It's a win for the players, yeah.
So I think now a lot of people's question is clear that no, AI is not taking over jobs, even they are creating more opportunities. So you should learn how to develop these things. And I think it's gonna be very late now. It's have a lot of years to AI fully start doing creative stuff, because I think creativity is still human thing. No?
Yes, I completely agree with it. Until unless AI starts playing the game, starts having emotions, I don't think so it can do the creative task that a human can. Because when you play the game, you only know why you are enjoying that game. I don't think so AI can ever tell you that why you are enjoying that game. It's something beyond the AI thing.
Okay, Hamza, some audience ask some questions. If you don't mind, can we take those?
Sure, sure.
Okay, so Sharia ask, how will AI-powered gaming change the way we experience game narratives and storytelling?
So about that, I have heard in the leaks of GTA 6 that the characters, the NPCs, and the story would be AI driven. So the NPCs would be learning from the player behavior, and it will just completely change the way the game narrates and the story. So everyone will be having a different experience in GTA. Let's say if I go up to NPC, I do a good deed for him. Maybe in the later stages, he might be protecting me. Meanwhile, another player who is just bullying the NPCs, you can say, might have like a bad time, or you can say hard times when driving around the city. Maybe some cars keep ramming him or something like that. So yes, AI would be changing the game narratives and storytelling experiences using the AI, because the NPCs might start to have like reasoning, and also like maybe emotional, you can say, sentiment to the game.
Okay, perfect. Very detailed answer. I didn't get it, but as definitely the people who are playing games every day definitely get it. Okay, so how will decentralized gaming platform ensure the integrity and authenticity of AI-driven assets? Okay,
um I don't know what exactly he meant by the question, but I think what he meant to ask is about the authenticity of AI-driven games assets, right? So when we make AI-driven game assets, it is already kind of authentic, and also there is no copyright to it, to be honest, because it's created a whole new asset and that has never been in the market with a different topology, different texture. So the gaming platforms are not actually working on checking the integrity and authenticity of the AI driven assets, you can say.
okay. So what role will be explainable AI play in gaming development and power? Okay, so do you think a decentralized world is adapting gaming industry? Going to shift on decentralized world where
uh,
they
mhm. Yes, it is already, as I told you about the Roblox and the Fortnite. They're already having this decentralized model where the Roblox doesn't, in fact, create their own game. Uh, Roblox just focuses on a Roblox studio where the player comes and makes their own game, and then more players just come and play the games that the players create. So it's a decentralized platform where you can just create your own game and you just get an audience to play with. So the whole Roblox company is just working off on players creating the game and players playing the game. That is the whole business model of the Roblox.
okay, so they are handing over their stuff to players, but definitely they need to create that stuff for for those people. So a lot more quality job. Okay.
Exactly. They don't need a team of game designers and game devs and game art. They just need
Mhm.
software developers who can
Yeah.
just maintain the Roblox studio. That is all.
Fatma is also asking what's the potential risk and challenges associated with AI-powered gaming in terms of economy impacts. So Fatma, Hamza just answered. He can answer again. There's no risk of losing jobs, so your job is safe.
I would say AI won't replace the jobs of the people that are using AI, to be honest. If you use AI in your job to enhance your skills, you won't be replaced. But yeah, AI won't replace you, but the people that are using the AI will replace you.
So does it affect the cost of, like, if you are using AI tools, does it affect the cost of process or reduce
Yes,
development?
yes, certainly it does. As I told you earlier, when we create the AI generated assets for the background, um, like for the background assets. like if we are using some assets in the environment, such as simple small rocks, or maybe there is a light bulb in the far distance of the game, so we can create that using AI. And uh, yeah, that does give us an edge over the deadlines, where the modeler used to take like 5 days or something like that. It just takes us 1 day to create those. So yes, it does reduce the cost, and it also helps with the meeting the deadlines and reducing them.
So how does it starts with you? How you get the idea to become a game developer? What inspires you more?
Okay, so for my my story, it's been like I have been playing games since I think I was 5 or 6. I had like a code to do came later. I had a Pentium 2, so I started my gaming adventures there, and I totally got fascinated that this small machine can show me a whole new world. And then I kept playing, and uh, fast forward to nowadays, I am still amazed with the same motivation that,
Mm.
damn, this small machine can do so much, that it can create virtual worlds, it can create metaverses where you can purchase things, you can interact with other people in 3D. And now a new, you can say, a new market has opened up, that is the VR market. And it's just amazing. The XR VR market is just amazing. So yeah, uh, I'm still amazed by the gaming industry. I'm still amazed how these graphics can take you to an totally different world, can take you into an imaginary world that seems very, very real, to be honest. So yeah, that is my motivation to become a game developer.
Okay, nice. As you start gaming when you were a child, I never uh, play games on PCs. I always just play Taken because that was easy and you can play that with the remote control.
Yeah, you can
So
just spam the keys.
yeah, so I think I am good in that one because you don't need to do that much. So it's varies person to person, but definitely in our company, in our office, everyone is amazing and they like streaming and gaming stuff. Okay, just take few more questions and then we can move forward because people ask a lot of questions. So let's just take a few more. Okay. Any recent product or the development story that you want to share, or something that's you amazed that, oh, this is something that we made with AI other than the backgrounds? Do you think
Mhm.
that's definitely going to be help for the upcoming industries and upcoming developers for becoming the gamer or game developer?
Mhm. I do have a story about that. We were creating a game where we got a contract with a brand that we will be integrating that brand into our game. So that particular brand didn't had any 3D assets already made. We usually get the models from the company we sign the deals with, but they currently didn't had any models. And we were very near the launch when we signed the deal, and we had like 1 week. And I, I was like so tensed up that how are we going to just integrate that brand into our game, because we needed to create the graphics, we needed to create the 3D assets, we needed to check where to integrate and how cleverly to integrate it in our game so it looks very good. And that was just something that I was stressing over it. And then I had a call with a friend, and he told me about some AI driven softwares that we can use to reduce this. So I ended up doing all that, like creating graphics like advertisements using AI, like free pick and stuff like that. So I used those and created banners, posters for our game. Then I head on to another AI driven software where I created the assets. And then we have an chat GPT, you can say, or Versify, that we can use for the coding. So I use that just for quick coding prompts, and I just integrated the whole brand into our game within 3 days. So yeah, it helped a lot with that.
And you also mentioned with the all story that you did it by yourselves.
Yeah,
Is it
because
means your team didn't help, or or
no,
maybe
no.
you don't need that much man sport when you are doing with AI?
Uh, the reason behind that I can do this stuff is because I have been an indie developer. When you are an indie developer, you have to learn everything. Like you have to be a coder, you have to be a UI artist, you have to be a 3D artist, you have to be everything. So, uh, because you can't be like excellent in everything, you can say. So I usually use those AI-driven softwares to help me get those things done quickly, and it won't require me to build from scratch. Because in for a nightmare for the indie developer is that you have to build from scratch, and it is just nightmare because it would just take a lot of time.
Okay. Okay, Amza, so do game development and games are also shifting on 3D, sorry, Web3 world, like decentralized world blockchains on blockchains, or just like we still you guys are not your own in the Web2 and will move forward later?
The Web3 has some limitations, so the AAA companies might not be switching to Web3 this mu- this much earlier, but let's see how that platform goes. Maybe we get more power in Web3 games. Maybe we get like more advancements and lower limitations. Then some companies might be moving in the Web3 verse, but mostly currently the companies that are moving in the Web3 are usually the crypto games and the pay-to-play games that are moving into the Web3s.
Okay. So, like, what the sort of crypto games? The Are they just giving assets, or are they giving some perks to the player? What sort of, or are they like in the winning form? They are giving the coins or tokens to the audience, right? Some sort.
So it's actually a mix of everything. Um, it depends upon the game. Some games give you in-game currency, the coins, and you can use that coin to purchase NFTs or maybe purchase the crypto itself. And some games just provide you with an NFTs. I have heard great things about GTA. We might be getting something similar in the GTA as well. Hopes are high, but let's see. It would be the first AAA company to do that. So let's see if that happens.
Okay, great. So means something's exciting coming up.
Yeah, let's hope so. Let's hope so. I'm just planning to be ready to take a 1 week leave as soon as GTA 5 comes out and just hide in my room and play that damn game all week long.
Okay. So you will be taking office leave to play a game for one. Aren't your office doesn't allow you to play game in office?
Well, I would say it's my job to play game because I have to know what trend is going to be hitting the market, and GTA is just such a great game for the R&D. So let's hope the amazing things that I'm talking about does come in the GTA. We are having high hopes, but let's see if GTA releases some decentralized currency in their game, NFT or any Bitcoin currency, it is going to change the trajectory of gaming market as we speak. Then majority of the AAA companies might be shifting towards decentralized platforms, and they might be they might be providing their players with NFTs or cryptos.
Okay, so it means it's a big shift if it goes with this.
Yeah, and so no major game is going to be published during the period of the GTA, because if you publish a game near the GTA release, it's bound to fail because most of the players will be playing GTA and nobody would be actually purchasing your game or playing your game. So majority of the games that were supposed to come in 2025, they are being moved to either like quicker dates, maybe in the next months, or they are moving the dates to the later years, maybe 2026 or 2027.
Okay, like that much impact is the game is making. So,
Yeah, the GTA.
do you think some people still gonna take the risk of like launching their game in?
Yes, some people might, some AAA companies might, but I'm not sure that majority of them will. It will be just some, maybe one or two games that launch with GTA 6, but not more than that. And it's usually just such a big risk that when you spend like 2 years of development time on a game, you just have to launch it at the perfect time, so you just don't waste that 2 years long investment into that game.
Yeah, definitely. But what if you launched and it didn't hit that much? That is of potentially another risk for that, right?
It usually if you have spent like 2 years of development time, I think you also spend like at least 5 months of marketing. So you already have some audience set up for you. You already have the game wishlisted by some of the players, and you know for certain that these players will at least buy my game. And once those players buy your game, the cost is usually like filled. So you get your ROI,
Mm.
and then whatever you earn above that, it's the profit.
Okay. So, as a game producer, you also need the know the nitty-gritties of these things. That's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool. Okay, so just one last question, and then we can move forward. Okay. Will AI reach a potential point where it design and develop the entire game by their own? Do you think
Mm,
it's gonna happen?
I don't. It might reach. It's too early to say, to be honest. When the AI starts analyzing the emotions, I would say then only can it reach that point where it can design and create the whole game by itself. But right now, you always need a creative person to create the basic idea of the game, to tell the AI that this is how the game should be and how the players will enjoy certain mechanics and how they should fit together to give players the feel of the game.
Okay. And one also thing, I think the gamers, the creative part, because definitely when you see a game, what the visuals and all that includes a lot of creativity. So does AI is helping you become more creative, or you still have to like give the specific thing to that point that this is something that I need?
For me, I usually use the AI if I'm really, really out of ideas. So I just spam the like ChatGPT with certain prompts, and starts giving me some options. It starts giving me some videos, YouTube videos, which I can watch for inspirations. I just tell him to give me the latest game in 2025, walkthrough of the latest games. So it just provides me with the genres and with the list of the videos of the gameplays as well, because honestly, when you are in the practical life, you won't be having enough time to play all the games. So I
Yeah,
usually just,
definitely.
yeah, I just get a list of the latest games and I just watch it on YouTube on 2x to get the idea of how the games are coming together and what recent trends there might be coming. So yeah, AI does help, uh, you can say, with providing me with options, but yeah, it definitely is the last call from my side, that which mechanics from which game looks fun, is enjoyable, will be enjoyable to the players, and which target audience would particularly enjoy those mechanics.
Okay, so it's also a lot of technicalities before that game
Hmm.
things, because everyone has the different sort of audience. Okay, thank you so much, Samdar. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for the insights. It has lovely uh, talking to you and sharing the ideas and thoughts with you. So, do you have some lines or last lines, key takeaways you want to say, and we can then move forward?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. And I would just like to say, for all those people that are really worried about AI taking their jobs, don't worry, guys. You just have to adopt the AI into your jobs, into your skills to enhance those. Stop being scared of AI rather than use it to make your job easier for you, to be honest. So I would just say, don't be scared, embrace the AI.
Okay, thank you so much, Hamza. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much and have a lovely day.
Okay, so everyone, I think most of the questions of are asked, and some of the questions that are remain, we can move forward with another session, and you guys can ask, or maybe I can ask those questions for you with the speaker, and we can just wait a little bit. He is just joining, so I would love to hear your thoughts about the sessions, how it went, and how you guys liked it or not. Definitely, you guys would, because I think Hamza is great. He shared his experience, and the way he talked very politely. And just few more seconds we can wait. Okay, so our next speaker is also here. Hi, Aukar. How are you? Hello, hello. Let me just fix the mic. And
Now, okay. Sorry, that was my problem.
it's okay.
Yeah, we can. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. How are you?
Yeah, I literally just I was actually streaming last night pretty late, so I did try to get some 2 to 3 hours of sleep, and then I was thinking that I'm gonna get up on time.
It's
Unfortunately, that
okay.
didn't happen.
It's okay. You are on time. Don't
Okay, I'm glad
worry.
I
No
am.
worries. Okay. Okay. So it's how's your stream? How's your thing?
Oh, by the way, there is a fighting game called Fatal Fury, made by SNK Neo Geo. I think a lot of the 90s boys will know that game. So basically, that game just they have released a sequel of the game after 25 years. So they have their open beta going on right now, and so the beta is going to be there for at least 4 days, and yesterday was day number 3. So basically each hour counts. So we were that's why we were trying to play the game till late, because on 25th, no, not 25th, on 24th we are going to lose the access of the game. So that's why staying up was slightly needed.
Okay, perfect,
Hmm.
perfect. Definitely, it would be. And when the things are, when you have the very limited access of the things, that makes
Hmm.
it more thrilled. Like
Yeah,
you
that's
have
true.
to complete it on time. Okay.
Hmm.
So for this sessions, we can start with some questions, and then we can move forward. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. So let's start with the audience questions. I have some questions in chat box. Then we can move forward.
Okay, go on. So I'm
Okay.
reading the chat from the upwards or the downwards. Is it going
Whatever.
upwards or downward?
Okay. It's going downwards, I think. Yeah. You can see
Okay.
the time. Yeah, you can
Oh,
you can
that's
see the
true. How
question.
stupid of me. Yes,
It's
true.
okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
You can see the questions and with the question answers with, from where you can start.
How will AI powered gaming change the way we experience game narratives and storytelling? I mean, let's start from the very bottom, I guess. See, AI, um, I know, everyone has a different take on AI these days. But, if we remember Jeffrey Hinton, the godfather of AI, like he's showing some serious concerns about AI these days. Like he himself, right? So he definitely believes that, it's going to evolve and it's going to turn into something, you like conscious. He's talking about that consciousness, that AI is itself is, it's not conscious yet, but it eventually will be conscious. And then it might be the time then when it's going to start taking over or things like that, right? So he says all of these stuff about the AI. And he himself is a um godfather. Apparently everyone believes in him. And but things have changed. He definitely he looks optimistic about certain things and certain fields like doctory. Like doctors are gonna have a great time due to AI. It's very beneficial for everyone. But you know there's always going to be a negative use of the AI that is very concerning. So coming back to the question, that in the gaming, I see that it's it's flourishing right now. A lot of the people that who couldn't really think about making games, even they have started to believe that they can make games now, powered by AI and stuff. And coding is become a lot easier than it used to be. So from that point of view, I do believe that not only it is already improving um you know games mechanics, it also improving game narratives and storytelling in a way that, of course, if I want to like I would definitely um want to see how my narrative is going to look like, eventually. So that's why AI gives me that liberty to be able to, like, pre-visualize things and like do my pre-production more effectively, you know and even the whole storyboarding can be done these days. Like if you literally just tell the AI to like do the mid shot, and this particular object is sitting there, and this particular object should be there. So if you keep feeding the AI, it basically gives you a very good result. And of course, sometimes it's not the ultimate answer, but it will definitely lead you to close to the answers. So that's the way it goes for the and that's how it's changing the gaming. And in particularly, like, not only gaming, but it's changing everything like that, in a way.
Okay. So I also have some questions. Let's take my questions and then we can move forward to the audience questions.
Sure.
Okay. So what's your opinion on text to video gamings? Like the softwares that are helping you to generate AI assets and or maybe giving you the full control on the games. And you can create the assets by best writing the as a gamer. So definitely when you're a developer, you need to develop assets by step. But when you're a gamer,
Hmm.
you definitely have some thrill to change some stuff or maybe some ideas in your mind, because you as a gamer is playing more games than a developer. right? A
Absolutely.
developer is not able to play all the games that he's developing, but definitely
Mm.
who will be the right person to, like, so what's your opinion on that? Because there are a lot of uh, uh, a lot of ideas coming up, and we as Opus also adding the value to text to video game platform, that we are creating the 3D visuals and giving you the liberty to like make your character, or you can even change the character stuff, like if you want your character to be like something like, so you can customize that. So what's your opinion on
Mm.
that? How that gonna help you to like ex-
I
how
get it.
that, yeah,
I
yeah.
think I think a lot of these games, like if we talk about modern games, like it's a norm now, like to give you know give games the liberty to like change costumes if it's an avatar, like change the environment and all of that stuff. Like environment changing is can be a feature of it, but maybe not the ultimate thing. But I do believe it's evolving, and I'm really happy, and I've see some of the work that like your company has produced, and I saw the demo. I was really impressed by the look of it, and I think this can be a very good thing for a lot of people, who might lack skill into. Maybe it's a lot approach gaming now as it used to be. So I think having that liberty that you can literally change things real time and see what works and what doesn't work, it's certainly a game changer. Like let's say, okay, even if I do not want to make my game on that particular platform, I am definitely going to try out my game ideas in that particular AI world to know more what can and what cannot work, and what looks nice, and what as we mentioned earlier about these things, that now you have the ability, and now not only you have the ability, but you can literally like visualize some of the stuff, like beforehand, before going. And I think this is such a great thing to have this is such a power.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Okay, so also a lot of, as you come in, people start asking questions. Look, people like you.
Oh my god, where are the people? And where is YouTube channel? Sorry, I'm not looking at the chat. Is there
Okay,
a
okay.
chat?
Yeah, it's a chat. It's a chat. Okay. So how will AI powered gaming change the way we experience virtual reality and augmented reality?
I think AI um gaming changed the way I experience virtual reality and augmented reality. I think it already has. And um I think unfortunately, like, I hadn't had the opportunity to like dig deep into this. My knowledge to this is very limited, but I'll do my best to do justice with your questions. Since I'm more of an art side of an AI user and video side of an AI user, I dream to, and I aspire to be someone, who will work for the games eventually using AI. But I think a lot of games have, all of those great qualities. Like, now you have, like NFTs are connected in the game, some games are definitely giving you the impression of the augmented world. A lot of apps are being developed with under that influence as well. And I think um it's already empowering a lot of people. I think it's a great time to get into this because now you have tools left, right, center, right? Like you just made a tool, you wake up tomorrow, there's another tool that you need to compete with. I don't know whether to be happy or sad, unfortunately, but it's happening so fast that it's really hard to get a grip over it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, so Ax is asking that what's the potential risk and challenges do you think as a game addictor in terms of AI gaming?
What are the potential risks and challenges associated with AI? Now that's a good question. With AI powered in terms of player addiction and exploit. Like you're asking the wrong guy. Like I say that all the time. Like, I have been playing games for quite some time. I feel like whenever I'm playing my favorite game, I feel addicted to it. If I like it, I'll probably play straight for 4 hours, 5 hours, no break, and it's fine. And I'm a good guy. Still, I am a good guy. I know people who can play, games like Dota, for instance, League of Legends. Those guys will even play the games on their toilet seats. I'm not lying. I've known those examples, literally. So the thing is, like, it depends, like, how much time you are willing to invest into it. And of course, your I think, like, um gaming should be it, as you mentioned, like, it is a potential risk, basically. And now with with the AI, um I don't know, like, how to put perspective into this, but I think uh it's slightly far. I think it will happen, but it's not gonna happen very soon, Fatima. I think it's gonna happen in next uh 10 to 15 years, where we will all of us might go, we are, and we are, switched up in a corner sitting somewhere, and we don't belong to the reality anymore, right? All of us are, like, busy in our own, and all of us are, like, like, most of the time.
Yeah, meeting each other in virtual world and
Yeah,
sitting in the
virtual,
same
exactly.
room, sitting in the same room. So, do
Yeah,
you think
yeah,
that's gonna happen?
yeah. I think it will happen, and it's already happening, bro. Like, for instance, if we talk about, um, you know, IT and technology have always been, especially, the how should I say this, like, things in chords. Um, in Pakistan, we're always ahead in codes and, whatever is going on in the internet. But unfortunately, we lack infrastructure, so we do not get most of the things that we should have, right? So we are safe for now, right? We do not have so many people playing on VR and stuff, but I think we eventually will, and the time is coming, and it's approaching very fast. The way I was saying that, like, it's growing so fast that it could be ridiculous. Like I said, like, all of these games might be so addictive that, like, people might get exploited. And we're seeing that. Like, I have a niece, right? She comes to me, Chachu, and watch, I made a character on my tab. I was like, okay, you made a character on your tab? Yeah, Chachu, I think his eyes are a bit iffy, and I think I should make, like, she's literally so much invested into it. And then she comes back to me and tells me, Chachu, look, there's a gacha game. And I was like, what is that? I've never heard what gacha is, right? And what she's doing, like, it is an AI empowered game that basically allows you to, the thing that we were just talking about earlier, like, constantly customizing your character, constantly testing out environments, constantly, it's getting ridiculously nice, I must say.
Okay. So, what's your opinion on open source AI model games? Do you think
uh
compared to AI corporate solutions? If you want to
So
ask it, that's okay. Otherwise, we can move to the other questions.
yeah, okay, please come again.
I said if you want to ask about talk about the open source and AI corporate games, we can talk, and otherwise we can move forward to the other questions.
Yeah, unfortunately, I like I said, I think my brain is still, in hibernation from the sleep, I guess. So this looks like a very tough question to me at this point.
It's okay. It's okay. Okay, so let's just take your opinion on the gaming industries and how do you feel it might be heading towards, and then we can, as because AI is taking everyone's saying stay AI is taking over and AI things are like into everything. AI is
Yeah,
monetizing things and all, definitely, and you are also using AI to make your experience better. After
yeah.
all the point of these things is to make your experience more beautiful or
I
more
think
engaging and more
it's
attractive.
inevitable. Like, I do believe कि मेरा ना मजाक उड़ाते होते थे सारे जब मैं एआई की बातें करता था तो सारे मजाक उड़ाते थे they used to think that I am foolish and now I see all of those legends who used to make fun of me post about AI on LinkedIn, right?
Yeah.
So when I was telling them that it's inevitable, and like I said that in the previous podcast as well, and I said that okay, I was a designer, so started learning. Like I used to do the rendering job, final product and final image, and post production and stuff. Like all of that stuff is gone now. Like literally, someone has my job now, right? So instead of being pissed that oh my god, someone has stole my job, I literally learned who can stole my job and how. I literally had to learn that. So that led me to AI, and that's how I started venturing into text to image, and then image to video, and then whatnot. Now I know tools that can even develop apps, and happening so fast that um it's hard to believe that we're that far, and it's inevitable, like whether we like it or not. Like even Jeffrey Hinton had said that correctly, like he's the godfather of AI, and he's the most concerned person about AI, right? He knows that it can get exploited, and governments and all these governments need to have some sort of rules over the usage of the AI. But as for the gaming, I think in gaming we're still safe. We can um make games around it, as we mentioned. Like we can create apps around it that connects people, and a lot of people, and of course it can has that what you say, what you call, like you can literally involve crypto in it, make people earn money. And it's just that like you have to do it so cleanly that it looks transparent, almost like if you try and like overcomplicate your own projects, then I think it's not going to benefit you at this point. Because if you're going to maybe like complicate it for someone else, maybe someone else is going to make it more easier for someone else to understand it, right?
Yes. Yes, definitely. And I think for the answers and things, uh, so I think everyone's safe, don't need to be worried. And definitely, I think AI you need to use for your creative part. Thank you
That's
so
true.
much, Babakar. Thank you so much for coming and thank you so much for joining. And
Yeah.
we'll definitely connect with you. And whoever one, I will share the Bavkar's LinkedIn or the stream channel in LinkedIn and community channels. You can share it with me, and we will share with the audience, and you guys can connect.
Appreciate it. I
Perfect.
appreciate
Perfect.
it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very
Thanks.
much, and thank you, everyone.
Thank
Cheers.
you. Okay, so thank you so much. Thank you so much for everyone for coming. Thank you so much for joining and asking so much questions. So I will be attaching our community link here, and do follow us. We are planning a lot of series of events, some hackathons, and some exciting stuff for you to engage and club. And we are also launching our one of our product, that's Common Coin, soon. And definitely there's a lot more coming up. Our Opus product is also launching soon, so stay tuned for us. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you so much for connecting. Bye bye.